while those who haven't often stay poor. Today, we're exploring the concept of vibrational energy and its impact on wealth. The idea that money is influenced by vibration comes from the belief that everything in the universe, including our thoughts and emotions, emits a certain frequency. According to this theory, positive vibrations attract positive outcomes, including financial success. Proponents of this concept suggest that by raising our vibrational frequency through positive thinking, gratitude, and visualization, we can attract wealth and abundance into our lives. This practice is often referred to as vibrational lifting. But if this is true, why do some people who engage in harmful behaviors still become rich? The answer isn't straightforward. Wealth can be accumulated through various means, not all of which are aligned with positive vibrations. Factors such as inheritance, business skills, and even unethical practices can lead to financial success. It's also important to consider that vibrational energy is just one piece of the puzzle. Practical strategies, hard work, and sometimes even luck play significant roles in achieving wealth. Vibrational lifting can enhance your mindset and open you up to opportunities, but it doesn't replace the need for actionable steps. So, is vibrational lifting to get rich real or fake? The truth lies somewhere in between. While positive vibrations can certainly influence your mindset and attract opportunities, they must be combined with practical efforts and strategies to achieve lasting financial success. While vibrational energy can impact your financial journey, it's not a magic solution. Combining a positive mindset with practical actions is the key to unlocking true wealth. Remember, balance is essential. Thank you for watching. Stay positive, stay proactive, and keep striving for your financial goals.
Yeah, it's like that. Um, I have been studying the law of vibration since 2020. Um, I brought that into my life in 20, it was probably 2019, 2020. Trying to work on shifting my vibration to be able to gain the luxuries of life. As y'all know, for those of you who are here, you know. For those of you who are new, you'll know. But anyway, I had to ask, it's something I've been fighting with, especially over the last few months. Like, how is it possible that there are people out there that are so wretched? And then there's people out there that are so good. Like, they're the best people you would ever come across. And they'll never and have never known money. And you're like, money's a vibration. If you got it, you're the chosen. And I'm like, yeah, I've been awakened, especially the last few months, as to what chosen means to people, what vibration really does make a difference. More importantly, I've learned that mind is very important. However, other people do have the ability to run across it. You can believe all the hype, or you can become well grounded in knowing that even, especially in the world of spirit and ability, that there would be deception. I mean, we're talking about magic. You truly need to be careful and understand that just as the video said, empowerment, vibration, um, code of ethics, those all play parts, but so does the universe and what they choose. And basing your decision on whether or not somebody's a good person or to welcome them into your home, it has absolutely no, money has nothing to do with it. Um, that is an energy. And in this conversation, we're going to separate energy and vibration as to being two different things. Um, Vibration is that thing that makes you move, and energy just is. Um, and I believe people need to be working on it. We have a lot of people out here that have been trying and trying and trying, and they're like, how come I can't get this? How come I can't get that? Because it's not meant for you. But somebody's not willing to tell you that because they're making a lot of money off of you thinking that you need whatever it is that they've got to sell you. Spirit is free. I need all of you to understand that at the end of the day, spirit is free. You don't have to pay anybody anything to get a piece of spirit. The Holy Spirit is absolutely free, never runs out, and available to everybody. People seem to think that they can dictate how God is serviced in your life. And it doesn't matter what name you call Creator, Father, Mother, Sophia, it don't matter what you call it. Spirit is spirit, period. You need to understand that no matter who you are, what you've done, where you are, how much you've got or how much you don't have, that doesn't make you chosen. We all have a part of us that God has specified is to be different than everybody else. Some of us are gifted in some things better than others. But then there's others that are gifted at things that those people are not as gifted in. So it becomes a fair playing ground for everyone. Playing ground. See? Playing ground. We're supposed to be able to play here, not constantly be in suffer mode or have to worry about existing. We're supposed to be able to play, use our lives to be able to play. Like, you make fun of all the sheriffs and stuff like that. You're really supposed to be able to play. Like, life is really supposed to be easy. It is not supposed to be complicated. You're not supposed to feel bad for being who the fuck you are. You're not supposed to feel bad for wanting to sit around on some days. You're not supposed to feel like you have to work your ass off for the rest of your fucking life and have no free days in order to succeed. The only reason it's hard to succeed is because people put shit in people's paths. And I don't give a fuck who you are. When you make it hard for somebody else to move forward, well, I just don't see the point in it. I don't see the point in it. Like, utilities should be free. And I'm not gonna keep bitching over that shit. You already know how I feel about it. Nobody should be going hungry. I don't give a fuck. But the saddest part is that it's the better people, the ones that genuinely have better hearts. Their systems are downright fucking solid when it comes to being great people. They're the ones that have to count their fucking pennies at the goddamn checkout line at the grocery store. Meanwhile, the mean motherfuckers who will knock your fucking knees out if you happen to show that your talent might be a little better than theirs. They're walking around and driving, they're not walking around, they're driving around in limbos. Hopping, and having a good old time. It's gonna change. That's all gonna shift and change. But until then, I need for people to understand that God's not looking at what you have, He's looking at who you are. God's not paying attention to what you've done, He's paying attention to what you're doing. God's not paying attention to who you want to be with, He's paying attention to how that person makes you feel when you're with them and how you make them feel when you're with them. God's not giving a fuck what it is that makes you happy, as long as it makes you happy. Bottom line, God is free. Comes in different packages, whatever you need, however you need. There's no special trick, there's no special key, there's no special any fucking thing that makes you incapable of accepting and providing God's love to yourself and to others. It might be hard sometimes. People can be real fucking pricks. But it's important to know that you need to stay steady with being a love inside of all of it. Because without it, you turn into be one of them. And then if you turn into one of them, who are they going to turn to know what light is like? Because who's to say that they've ever seen it before you came along? And you need to understand that. And you need to be patient with that. And flexible. And it's not easy. God damn, it's not easy. But that's why God gave you that job. Because He knew you could do it. You got what it takes. We all do. We were all born with it. You know? Easy peasy. Listen, I'm not even playing. We were all born with it. We were all born to be like God. We were all born to love and be loved. We were all born with talents. We were all born with capabilities to fulfill those talents. Every single one of us. I don't give a fuck if you were born and you didn't have any fucking eyes, teeth, or mouth, or fucking legs. Whatever God wants you here for, you've got what it takes. Period. It's hard out here, especially for people who are famous, I have to say. They have it more hard in some things than we do, but in other things we have it harder. Because we're still trying to climb that mountain and we're wondering how the fuck you got there, because by the time we try to fucking get there, whatever you did to get there isn't gonna work anymore. Because things are changing not fast. So we gotta find a different route. You know, like in 2020, the way that I was able to facilitate what I was doing, people can't facilitate that now because, well, people just aren't depending on the same stuff anymore. They're not using the same stuff anymore. Like, I was moving all over the country, but the delivery services that I was using, most of them don't even work anymore. And people, there's so many people out there trying to do that now that it's over flooded and you don't make any real money anymore doing it. But when I was doing it 4 years ago, it was fresh on the stock and people were making bank on it. It's like, you know, the same with stock. You know, the sooner you get into a stock, the more you're going to be able to make back on it, the higher the ROI. But the later you wait to buy that stock, the higher the price of the stock is going to be, and the less likely chance that you're going to get an ROI that you're interested in. Of course, if you're in stock, you're not going to invest in anything that's not going to bring you back something. But still, like, you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, invest in yourself. And sure, we all need teachers. But understand that when you go through and try to figure out somebody that you want to talk to and guide you through the next phase of your spiritual journey, your life journey, your life path, your goal, your steps to build your foundation, your stability, make sure it's people that are reputable. Make sure that you understand that they're teachers. They are just like you. They bleed, they hurt, they learn, they teach, just like you. They're going to have good days and bad days. They're not going to know all the answers to all your questions. And there's a lot of whatever it is that you're learning from them that you're going to be able to learn from somebody else in a different way and get more out of it. Because everybody's perception of the same thing is different. And so only one teacher providing you is going to limit your abilities. So don't feel like you need to be loyal to only one person. Go out there and find multiple people to learn from. You should always find different avenues of learning. And check yourself. Check those people. Check the facts. I mean, like, in today's age, I showed you what you could do with AI. Not every AI app is going to provide you with details like what I was able to provide you today, but there are other apps that I did even find after we got off here that can provide you with more accuracy than what I was able to provide you today when it comes to tarot. But again, it's all calculated according to, I really think that Spirit has a way of getting through the computer systems as well. I mean, I just don't believe that they would go out here and just whack up the tarot system. There's got to be a spiritual way of aligning it, because it fits. When it says what's going on, it fits. It fits what's going on in the present moment. It fits what went on in the past, and it fits what's going on in the future. You know, so it fits, but you still need that reader that gives a shit and is legit. Take the mask off. If you know that it doesn't fit, let it fall the fuck off. There's another one that will fit correctly and be legit. Don't worry about it. Listen, I've been going through readers like a motherfucker, dude. And it doesn't have anything to do with me being a bitch or mean or fucking asshole. It has to do with some people are willing to get paid to tell a lie and other people aren't. Bottom line, some people get paid to be chosen and others are chosen. And what I mean by that is some people are using their God gifts and channeling God's spirit, and other people are getting paid to say a bunch of shit and lead people in the wrong direction. And that goes no matter where you're at in business. So don't act like it's not to be expected in this realm that where we play around with ghosts, goblins, and magic. Of course that shit's gonna happen. We have more tools to deal with and more ways to hide our hands in what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we really have to watch our vibration, because you can't go by whether or not somebody is poor. In a lot of cases, the most amazing people, incredibly abundant in magical gifts, spiritual alignment, and providing people with depth, live in little bitty tiny houses that don't have much, because they don't give a shit about all that glamour and gold and fucking fuck shit. You cannot base your desire to be like someone on what car they're driving or what kind of house they have. And I'm not trying to don't take this the wrong fucking way. I'm just using this as an example. All right? So just don't, but look at it this way. Last year, about this time, Beyonce was bragging about that $900 million house that they got, right? Well, a couple months ago, everybody found out that they got it on credit. Their name got it. They still have to make payments on it. Since they got that house, their lives have been a total wreck. I'd much rather get back the house, find a 4-bedroom fucking 5-acre lot out in a damn prairie and say fuck a bunch of fame and fortune and all that bullshit. If all that comes with it, god damn, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm a mix on that. I mean, come on, we're a Taurus. Listen, I'm not a stupid bitch. Everybody likes money. But not when it has to come with the shit that they've had to deal with. Like, I just don't. I'm not willing to sacrifice my peace to get rich. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my belief that I'm rich because I don't have a lot of money. And I feel you should adapt to that as well. Your spirit is not defined by what you have. It is defined by who you are, how you feel, how you act, how you present yourself. It doesn't even have anything to do with who you're around. Because 90% of the time, if you are a spiritual healer and you're here to heal people, you're going to have people around you that need healing. Which means that you're going to have to be around people who to other people don't look too legitimate. And it's a matter of them just being in a down moment. It's not that they're bad people. They're having a moment. And you happen to be that person that they need to help them get out of that moment. But on the outside looking in, you're just one of them. Don't fall for the hype. Remember who the fuck you are. Why the fuck you're there. And you're probably their only light. So don't dim that motherfucker. Shine it bright. Because we need a lot of you out here. You're like, look at you, you're not even showing your screen. Don't worry about that goddamn screen. That's why it's there. And it may never go away. I fight every day whether or not I'm gonna pop back on here, and Daddy keeps giving me more messages every day. Come on, baby girl, I need you up there. Come on, please don't quit, please don't quit. And I'm like, but Daddy, I'm tired of all this goddamn bullshit, man. Somebody has to help. Somebody has to say something. Somebody has to show that it doesn't take. I don't give a fuck, dude. You don't have to have a bunch of crystals. You don't have to have a bunch of bracelets. You don't have to know tarot. You don't have to have any of that goddamn shit to have God. Listen. You don't have to have any special kind of career or be any special certain fucking thing to be a part of God. And be in the purpose that you're supposed to be in right now. You are exactly where the fuck you're supposed to be. And if you don't like it, then there's things that you probably need to be doing to fix it. But I want you to know that no matter where you're at on your income level, God is free. And whatever it is that you're needing to get to wherever you're going, it is free. You're not going to be exempt because you don't have the money to get it. It's not going to pass you by because you couldn't buy a certain class or couldn't get this tool to make this or that. Whatever is supposed to be happening for you, you have what it takes to get it done. It may be just resting. It may be listening to a bunch of audiobooks. Listen, let me tell you something. When it comes to, oh, well, I can't. YouTube, fuck a bunch of algorithms. And just accept the fact that that motherfucker is the biggest goddamn encyclopedia you'll ever come across. You have no excuse as to why you can't exercise, listen to a book, learn a new hobby, visit places you've never been before, even if it is just by vision. You can still raise your vibration and not make a lot of money, but be happy with where you're at and what you have. That is what's important. I can get on here every day and bitch about how people need to be sharing their wealth, but it don't matter if they share their wealth for 3141 if you're still going to be a palm in the ground. So you still got to fix your shit. Whether you're broke as fuck and you don't know how you're going to be able to get gas tomorrow for work, or if you've got plenty and you just don't know which car you're going to drive to work. Or if you're going to drive to work and just have your fucking driver take you. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There is no certain person or amount of money that makes anybody more appropriate to be in God's presence than anybody else. There's nothing that you've ever done that you can't go back to God and say, okay, I'm ready to shift my shit and be a better person. And you're like, why do you keep saying that? Don't be judgmental. I'm not being judgmental. If you're asking God to shift your shit, that means that you don't want to keep doing what it is that you're doing. That's not judging you. That's responding to what the fuck you're asking. I gotta have some kind of conversation with you to know how the fuck to please you. You can't keep getting mad at me just because I'm asking questions. 3307. And you can't keep throwing back at me what I handed you because I don't know what you want. But I'm trying to satisfy you. $33.30. Some of y'all need to understand that though God puts stuff in front of you, it's not always meant to be taken within. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's parts, and sometimes it's the whole thing. If you don't get to it that day, it's okay. It can wait until tomorrow. But if you don't at least try something today, you're probably going to start banking regrets tomorrow. It doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. Just know that God loves you and that you are blessed and you do matter. You are worth something. You are loved. You are gifted. You are chosen. And not a bit of it cost you a bit of money. nor did you have to change anything about who the fuck you are to get it. Now, from future, it's the same thing. That will never change. Understand that any shift that you make, it can be a positive or it can be a negative. God's love will never falter, and His ability to assist you in whatever it is that you need assisting with will always be there. But according to how you handle shit, depends on how much He can be there for you. Not everyone is going to be a save. Sometimes you have to break a leg. And that's okay. Because if you wouldn't have broke that leg, you wouldn't have took the time to sit. And if you didn't take that time to sit, you wouldn't have come up with that new idea for that new business that's going to make you mills in less than 2 years. Don't always get upset when God holds you back either. Those still moments, they're a motherfucker, especially when it's wrapped up in dealing with people you don't want to be around. But it is there for a reason, and you have to use it and oblige by it. And handle your angry as well as you can. Because it will come back to bite you if you're not careful. Watch your words. They are magic. You can and you will always say something wrong. All you can do is move on. You have to let go of the guilt of what you've done wrong. And understand that in the depths of your guilt, God was blessing you with an opportunity to make it right by choosing a different story. You always have an opportunity to be blessed. You always have an opportunity to be stressed. You always have an opportunity to make it, and you always have an opportunity to break it. You always have a choice. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter who you know. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't even matter if you're completely whole by body parts or abilities, if you have all your senses. It doesn't even matter any of that. You were born for a purpose. You are blessed. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are needed on this planet, on this realm, and in this universe. If you decide to stay exactly who you are right now, or take the opportunity to grow, it's your decision. You're going to be loved no matter which way you choose. But if you're going to choose, at least take the opportunity to be gifted with the ability to make the right decision. And understand that if there's a reason why it's being held back from you, it's not always meant for you to chase it. It's meant for you to find something else to do. I hope this message has helped you guys out. I know it is the middle of the night and I am going to go right back to bed. But this is something that needed to be heard and said. I love you. I forgive you. And I request forgiveness. Until tomorrow, or later today, love, light, life, kisses.